In many of my sessions, I ask salespeople what would happen if they went home tonight and discovered that in their personal bank account had been deposited $50 million net. And at the bottom of the screen are the instructions to be spent any way you want. The reason I ask that question is to get people to determine what is it that they value, what's most important to them. I had a student many years ago that came into one of my classes, and at the end of the session, after I'd asked that question, came up to me and said, "Bill, I don't need that kind of money." And I said, "Well, what would you do if you had $50 million net?" He said, "I would do three things. The first thing I would do is do work with the food banks here in Toronto because I believe we've got a problem with that. The second thing I would do is spend more time with Habitat for Humanity and travel the world with the likes of Jimmy Carter building houses for Habitat because I believe it's an important charity. And third, and probably most important, I would spend time with the AIDS in Africa issue, and I would set up a whole trust fund for that because I believe that's really important to me and to what's happening in the world." And I smiled and I looked at him and I said, "You see, you don't need that amount of money. You're already doing it." You see, that young man knew what was important to him and what he valued. The other side of that is, statistically it's been proven that 85% of all lottery winners are bankrupt 5 years after they win the lottery. That doesn't include the person who wins $2 and goes off and buys a cup of coffee with their $2 winnings. That is for the people that win 10 million, 20 million, 150 million in the lotteries. They are bankrupt 5 years later. And a big reason is that they don't have a value for themselves and for what's important to them. And then when they win that amount of money, it just flows through their fingers and goes to anybody and everybody because there is no importance to them and there is no value. So my challenge to all of you is think about that question. What would you do tomorrow morning? And take that and create and understand what's important to you, whether it's family or friends or material possessions, whatever it is, know what's important to you and what you value, and that will help make you a better and more successful salesperson. Good luck and have fun.